Hey everybody, I wanted to talk to you while I'm in school pickup line, yay for back to school, about the importance of flange size. This is something that I talk a lot about on my page, but wanted to just kind of bring attention to it again. When you're talking about pump flange sizing, it is like finding the right size bra. They say about 80% of us are wearing the wrong size bra, and I would say probably equal numbers are also using the wrong size pump flange. When we're talking about finding that right fit, we really want to make sure that you're using it by diameter. We need to be measuring our nipples. And what works for one person really will not work for all people. The sizes that come in the box are usually 24 and or 27. Sometimes now you'll get a 21. But in my experience, most people actually need a 17, 18, or 19. But it is unique to your anatomy. So I'm going to show you what we talk about when we're measuring for the perfect flange fit. So this is my breast model. This actually, unfortunately, you can see by my color tone that this looks almost identical to my nipple. So this is what you find under my bra. This is almost an identical size to my own nipple. So when we're looking to measure, we actually just want to measure the diameter across the nipple, not the areola and not the size of the breast. It's just that nipple diameter. So there's lots of different measuring tools. You can use a ruler. When I first started measuring, I would use an engineering caliper to find the diameter. This was like $3 on Amazon. So we're just looking for that diameter. Now, Rue, the boob boss, one of my favorite people on Instagram, just came out with a nipple measure. This reminds me of the cervical dilation tool used for when we're checking 1 to 10 centimeters for babies' heads coming out. But it's awesome. So there's a couple different ones of these. Legendary Milk has one. This is Rue's brand new one, which I love. And basically what you're doing is you're lining your nipple up into that circle to see where it fits. So this one looks like it's about 10 millimeters, maybe about 12. And this would be consistent. My nipple measures about 13 millimeters across, okay? So most of the time when I'm fitting a flange, this is the diameter around where I'm starting. So if you measure 13 millimeters, I would probably start this nipple in either a 13 or a 15 millimeter flange. Now there is some anatomical differences. Not all nipple measurements are the same. This is a place to start. So when I do a flange fitting, I'm bringing 30 different flanges in a bunch of different sizes. What works for one won't work for all. So even myself, my nipple measures 13 millimeters. I used a 21 millimeter flange, and that's what felt comfortable for my body and what moved milk well. Even though by diameter, I should have gone way down. So we want it to fit comfortably. Usually we only want that nipple in and out of the flange tunnel. There should be no color change of the nipple. It shouldn't hurt, it shouldn't pinch, and it should actually empty that milk well. So when I'm doing a flange fitting, we're trying on different different flanges. We're trying flange inserts, pump and pals, Lactec flanges. And it's like a bra fitting. You know when you go to the store and you try on a bra and it looks good in that lighting and it feels okay, and then you get it home and you use it and it's just not the same, right? And you throw it in the back of the closet and you never take it out again. That's because you've used the bra. You've done a fitting, but now you're using it and it doesn't work how you fit it for. That's sometimes how it is with flange fittings. We can try a flange during a consultation, or you can try one and it can do okay that first time that you try it. But then as you use it, it can give you problems and difficulties. So really when we're talking about flange use, know that sometimes in a flange fitting, you might seem like one size fits really well for you, but then as you use it, it causes pinching, it might cause swelling, it might not empty you as efficiently. So sometimes we may fit you for a 13 millimeter flange in the session, and then as you use it, you may actually need a 15 or a 10 or a 17, or a totally different brand. So there is a lot of variability. What works for one won't work for all. It depends on the diameter of your nipple, how stretchy your nipple is, where you're at in your stage of lactation. So there's all of these variabilities that will go into your flange fit. But measurement and size really does matter. So most of the time you're finding a flange that's going to be more similar to the actual diameter of your nipple. Now, yes, I used a 21 millimeter flange, but this was about 2 years ago, before many of these products existed. I had no problems with supply. I actually had almost an oversupply at one point. So most of the products that I carry now for flange fittings didn't even exist then. You couldn't get them. So in reality, I did okay on a 21 millimeter flange. I did get recurrent plug ducts. I saw my supply was fine, but I was also breastfeeding a lot overnight through 18 months. So I kept my supply up by lots of night feedings. In reality, if I were still pumping now, I would expect that I would probably need a much smaller flange. So there's my brain on Flange Fit. I'm so glad there's new products out there that are helping people find better flange fits so that we're having more comfortable pump experiences and maintaining supply. There's your little tip of the day. Now you know. Bye, everybody.